Okay, so that's a good question. Why isn't a house selling? There's lots of different things it could be. Obviously, our aim is to sell your house, so we are one of the most frustrated ones when your house isn't selling, believe me. Um, First of all, it could be the price. So we might have just been a little bit too optimistic, and we'll admit it. So we might say to you, and I mean, it could be also, it could be you. You might want a bit too much, or we might have valued it a bit too high. You know, could be one of those things. Um, but it is worth looking at that definitely, and not being too sort of reluctant to reduce the price. If we advise it, it's usually for a good reason. Number two, it could be something like your house might be great, but then it might just be something that's putting people off. So there could be a huge building site that's going on next door, and it might be a great price, your house, but the building site's putting people off, and there really isn't anything that we can do about that. So there might just be a matter of time before the dust settles and things improve, and we might just get that person, and it might just be time in that instance. It could then be the market conditions at the time. So they could be really good, and then we'd be shocked that your house hasn't sold. But in fact, then they might have not, the conditions might not be so good, and then it'd be understandable. So you might be on the market for 6 months, it's not sold, but there's not a demand anymore. You know, it could be for that reason. So it all depends on lots of different things. But as your agent, we want to advise you. So if there's something that we think you can change to make your house sell, we will tell you. It could be the presentation, it could be, oh, we're not quite happy with that photo, we're going to go and take some more pictures, because they're a true reflection, they're going to get your viewers through the door. So it could be anything like that. It could be, are we doing the viewings? It could be yourselves that are doing the viewings. It might just not, something might just not be working. The property might be tenanted, and the tenant might be saying things that we might not want them to say, or there'll be loads of different reasons, and we'll look at those and assess them, and think, right, what can we do? We want to sell your house, and we'll do what we can to do it.